Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley drew the most criticism from fellow candidates Vivek Ramaswamy and Ron DeSantis at the debate, fielding attacks on her Wall Street donor base. Haley has gained ground in recent polling, narrowing the gap with DeSantis, but both still fall far behind former President Donald Trump. With more on what we learned last night, Yahoo Finance's Newman joins us. Rick, it was certainly fiery. There were some moments that certainly stood out to me. And, you know, Nikki did have a comeback about the Wall Street donor base. What did you take away?
Yeah, so that was a good example of both Ramaswamy and Ron DeSantis going after Nikki Haley. And the reason they're doing that is she has been gaining in the polls and also gaining support of some wealthy backers. So that's basically what Ramaswamy was going after. He said that after she left government during the Trump administration, she went and served on the Boeing board. She's now getting support and she's meeting with people who run Wall Street banks. So they try to make the point that that equals corruption. I'm not sure they made the point very well, but they're going after Nikki Haley. And one thing, Ramaswamy there, Chris Christie, who we didn't see in that exchange, he went after Ramaswamy later and he said, "You're the most obnoxious blowhard in America." And he does seem like it. I mean, he just lectures everybody. He interrupts. He insults everybody. And he actually kind of planted 1 or 2 feet on the fringe last night when he said that the January 6, 2021 riots at the U.S. Capitol were an inside job. Somebody in the government actually planned that. He said that on a nationally televised debate. So Ramaswamy coming out as one of the losers from the debate. I'm not sure anybody won if you define winning as gaining ground on Donald Trump. I mean, as the moderators pointed out, everybody's far behind Donald Trump. And yet we got through the fourth and final GOP debate.
And so, Rick, I mean, what are we still hearing from some of those voters still throwing their support behind Donald Trump? We've even got a new Monmouth University poll that found that most supporters of the former president still have preferred a primary where nobody is opposing Trump. But that's not exactly what they're going to get here.
Right. Not surprising. I mean, this is the whole battle within the Republican Party is Donald Trump is blocking out the sun from other candidates. And what we saw with these 4 candidates last night, narrowed down from, I think it was 8 candidates in the first GOP debate over the summer, is they're all trying to find some way to get support outside of Donald Trump. So Chris Christie is trying to do it by attacking Trump directly. We saw his tactic last night was to call out the other 3 candidates and saying, "Why aren't you guys attacking Donald Trump directly?" And they for the most part wouldn't do it. And the reason is they're kind of hoping that Trump drifts away or gets convicted and goes to jail and something, and he's no longer there. And those other 3 candidates can then make a claim to the Trump voters. So who knows what's going to happen here? I mean, Ron DeSantis did say, "Look, I'm tired of hearing about these polls. Let's see what voters actually say when they go to vote." The first vote is coming up in the Iowa caucus in January. It's about 6 weeks away. And honestly, I think all of us who have been following this and sitting through these sometimes difficult to watch GOP debates will be grateful when we actually get to the point of voting and we can actually get some kind of outcome.
Well, thank you for watching it so I could watch The Grinch last night, Rick. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, sort of.
Talk soon.